Hey everyone, welcome to Fight Talk Podcast. Today is sponsored by Long Island Boxing Charities. I am here with Ronica Jefferies, the Queen.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Well, everybody, I hope you got your popcorn ready because I'm asking 7 questions today. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Your last fight was a draw for the
hmm
WBC World title. Why did you never fight professionally again after that fight?
Honestly, besides the disappointment, it actually my intentions was to fight again or to come back, and try again for the WBC goal. But then COVID hit, which took out about like 2 years out of boxing. And I think that at that time I had given myself up until a certain age where I wanted to retire and leave, and I think that I was already about like 38 at the time when I fought, and I think it just made me sit down too long with just certain decisions that I already had on my mind, had on my chest. And I just had to be honest with myself of where I was with everything, and so I just decided not to do it.
But after that, right, you had a record of 17-1, right? But
hmm
then you went into like a fight series, right, or
hmm
something like that. It was
The
like,
team combat,
yeah,
team
and
combat lead, yeah.
but then once you get over 40, you fought like somewhere where they say you couldn't
Oh, in
compete.
LA,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So one of the competitions was in LA, and they said that because I was already 40 with some other people as well, that they wasn't allowing us to fight on on that specific card, which really don't make no sense. But whatever.
Now Andre was your coach, right?
No.
No,
You mean in life period
no, no,
or
no.
for that?
For that.
No, it was I mean I did work with Uncle Dre, but it actually was Benny
Okay.
and Ryan from Champs Gym.
Oh.
They are the two coaches for that. But it was mostly Benny because Benny's coming out of New York.
Well, you worked with Andre in the past before.
Yes, well, I worked with him like here and there because obviously like New York is a group, and Uncle Dre is everybody's uncle. So I've worked with him, but my trainer and the person who I worked with was Leon Taylor, cat out of Gleason's, and my original trainer that I started with from the amateurs was Mike Smith.
Well, how did you first get the name Queen?
Actually, it was given to me from my peers, and it stuck with me, and that's what they called me, and so that's what I used.
Now, what was a normal training for you when you were preparing for a championship bout?
Um, it was obviously running, sprinting, strength and conditioning, sparring, training, sometimes 2, 3 a days. Very, very, very gruesive. But yeah, it's the things that you need to do in order to make sure that you're at the best shape possible. Pushing yourself to the limit, basically, because that's how it is in the ring.
Now, would you ever step up in the ring again?
No, I think that you know, for me, I always feel like physically I can do it. That there's nothing that wrong with me. As an athlete, there's always something wrong. You never go in there 100%. But I think that if I wanted to and I wanted to push myself, I can. But I always said if like mentally and physically, like my mind and my body are not in the same place, then I'm not even gonna force it because I think that's when you start to either start just fighting for money itself or you just start to really get hurt and really get injured. And boxing is a sport that although you love it, it doesn't love you as much. And as you know, like we have no retirement, we have no medical insurance, we have none of that. So, I have to think about myself and my health and how I want to be able to speak to you in full English, you know what I'm saying? And thoroughly and not, be slurring and stuff like that because, I just decided to fight just because or for other people.
Well, now that you're not fighting, what do you do?
I train people at Gleason's Gym and at their homes and things of that sort. I have a podcast with Heather Hardy as well called Queen of Heat, so follow us. And just looking for other ventures. I would like to do commentating. I love boxing, so I want to be able to give back to the sport. I want to be able to still be a part of it as long as it's around, especially women's sports is definitely doing a 360 on everybody, and I want to still be able to cheer my peers on and be in that mix. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, when you were fighting, what was the biggest misconception about you?
Oh, it's a good question. To be honest, I don't know. I really don't know what the misconception of me could be. You would have to probably, I don't know, to be honest.
Well, let's move on to the next one then.
Okay.
Who has been the toughest opponent you faced in the ring? Because you have a record of 17-1. Does that one loss maybe still bother you?
It only bothered me because I feel like my loss wasn't because the individual beat me per se. I feel like I went in there already beaten just because of things and situations, and I just let it get to my head. I wasn't, it was a split decision, so it wasn't like, oh, like they beat me. I feel like I beat me. So with that, that was a result. So I think that loss was just like a lesson of how you have to go into the ring 100% mentally, because then if not, and you just allow things to kind of shift you, then you either shouldn't be in the ring or you just got to do better. So it's all good.
What was your style like when you were fighting?
I would say I was a defensive fighter. I would say that I was a counter puncher. Um, Definitely good on my feet. And just my skill wise, I think I was top tier.
Well, is there anything you would like to add to your fans out there?
No, just thank you for supporting me for all this time. Thank you for people still recognizing me wherever I go. I'm being inducted into the International Hall of Fame this year in October in Vegas. So I appreciate my peers and others also, realizing what I've given to the sport, realizing what I've done in the sport, and just always, seeing me and loving me for my style and for the way I fight. And yeah, I just love boxing. I love my people.
They got to get you in the New York Hall of Fame.
Yes, that's the next one. I'm waiting for that call, guys. Waiting.
Ring 8, Ring 8, Ring 8, New York State. They got to do it right now. All right, well, it was good to talk to you, and we got to do it again on the future.
Okay, definitely.
With Heather Hardy.
With Heather Hardy. I got you. I'll drag her on it if I have to. Okay.
Yeah, you got to get her. Or I just hop on the show.
Yeah, you just come. You just come and we just interview each other back and forth. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, it would.
Right.
Well, let's set it up.
Okay, cool.
All right. All right, everybody, you heard it here. Make sure you hit that like button and follow button.